Thank you so much for checking out this video. This is Philip of Broke Royals.
Hello.
And if you haven't checked them out, it's, how did you describe yourselves again?
Premium rock and roll.
Premium. It's premium rock and roll. And we're playing their song Bad Chemicals on the radio right now, and then I'm going to interview this guy. So this is your little behind the scenes sneak preview and introduction here. And the three big name artists you guys have been compared to, if they haven't heard of you.
Yeah, The Killers, U2, Coldplay.
Very good. I love those guys too. So it's going to be good. So check out their song Bad Chemicals. It's on the radio right now, and you can check it out anywhere you get your music. It's out there. They've got a music video for it too. So
yeah.
Lots of cool things coming from Broke Royals. And now we're going to flip over and do this whole interview thing and get them live. So Philip, thanks for being here, man. This is cool.
Thanks for having me.
There it is. That's Bad Chemicals, and that's by Broke Royals is the group. The name of this, it's a 2-song, I call it a single, I guess. It's like a B, there's a single, but there are 2 songs. In Bad Chemicals, and the other one on that one is called?
It's called Easier.
Easier, nice. Okay, so that's them. And now there's a story with Bad Chemicals. What is Bad Chemicals about?
Sure. So Colin Cross, the drummer of Broke Royals, and I, we were both reading Homo Deus, the book by Yuval Noah Harari, about a year ago. Yeah.
Okay, and if they don't know what that book is?
Yeah, and that book is all about the future, technology, where it's going, and what to expect. And there's a lot of it deals with artificial intelligence, and it's really gripping. And I had this phrase before I was reading that book, some days I've got bad chemicals, that just, sometimes the phrases just kick around in your brain for a while and you don't know where they're going to go, but they've got something, right? I could tell there was something there.
Okay.
And I read this section of the book that talked about artificial intelligence being used to treat PTSD.
Interesting.
And so from this whole narrative just evolved in my mind pretty quickly about someone who undergoes that operation and has PTSD treatment with artificial intelligence through a biochip, a microchip. I know, and this stuff is like it's kind of coming pretty soon.
I was going to say there's a lot of there's talk of that, so it's and if they want, the music video kind of tells this story too. So they haven't checked out the Bad Chemicals music video. You'll see that a really good music video too. So
thank you very much.
It is, man. It's a treat to have you here. And now I'm dying to know. You have to tell me. So first of all, who makes up the band? Who is Broke Royals? Who's in there?
Sure. So Philip, me,
okay,
and Colin Cross. We started the band about 4.5 years ago. We met at William & Mary when we were in school.
Oh, no. All the William & Mary grads out there.
Exactly.
Here you go.
The real Williamsburg.
Boys. Yeah, right. The real Williamsburg. I feel like it's like the Real Housewives, but it's the real Williamsburg.
Oh, yes, very much so. But it's all in colonial garb.
Oh, excellent. Yeah, exactly. That just makes it that much more appropriate, right?
Exactly.
Because it's colonial garb.
So rich.
All right. So William & Mary, it started there.
Started there. We were both on the music programming board, so we both knew that we liked music. Colin built a studio, and he said, hey, I'll give you some free demo time if you will help me do a little sampler to entice clients. And so I went over, recorded a few songs, and he was like, these are good, but they could use a little fleshing out. They need a little bit of help. And I quickly learned that he was going to be a great songwriting partner and counterpoint for me. And we just kind of hit it off, and it worked. The chemistry was there, and we just kept going, and we had enough songs that we're like, all right, well, let's release an EP. And then we realized, well, if we're going to release an EP, we probably need a name.
There you go.
We should probably be a band.
Yeah.
And so, it kind of started in a very unorthodox way, but it was very natural, very organic, and we had just graduated from William & Mary, which is named after the King and Queen of England, and so we were Broke Royals.
Oh,
hence the name.
My God. And that was literally my next question was, how the heck did you Broke Royals? So you're broke because you just graduated from college.
Exactly.
And you went to William & Mary, which is the Royals.
Exactly.
Oh, that's hilarious. Okay. There were so many ways I could go. In my head, I was like, oh, maybe it's about the Royals baseball team. There's like so many ways that could have gone, but I like that one. That's a good story.
Yeah.
Very nice. And when they see you live, what's a live show of Broke Royals like?
Yeah, so as we evolved, we needed live members, and now they're playing on the records with us too, and that's Ben Wilson, Benji Boy on the guitar, and Timur Gore plays bass. So there's 4 of us live.
awesome.
Yeah, it's
There
a
you go.
full
And
rock
you're
and roll set.
always, every picture I've ever seen of you has either been a vest or a tie or both. Is that like a thing when you perform too?
Yeah, it was like we were kind of like, all right, well, what do we want to wear? We booked a show, and then we were like, how does this, what do we do? And then like it was like 3, 2, 1, say what you want to wear, and we were both like vests and ties, and it was just like right on the same page, like out of a movie. So
Oh, that's
it was
funny.
just too easy.
Wow. And this was when? When did it start? When did Broke Royals begin?
Yeah,
What
so our
year?
first release was May of 2014,
Okay.
and it was actually kind of started with a bang. We recorded the song, or we released a song About Time, and the name of the band's obviously Broke Royals, and we released it right around the time that there was a royal coup in Thailand, a military coup overthrowing the royal family.
Oh.
Somehow it caught on with them. I think the name especially really took off, and it kind of went viral over there
Nice.
unexpectedly. And so,
Hilarious.
that
So you're
was-
looking at your Spotify analysis or your whatever your analysis on iTunes
Yeah.
or wherever you're
Or
selling your
YouTube
music,
one,
and you're
yeah.
like, holy smokes, everybody's overseas.
Yeah. And we were getting all these
Amazing.
comments that we were having to translate, and a lot of love, and it seemed that they interpreted it with their cause, and they really took it to heart, which was great. And that's what happens with music; you never know where it's going to go.
Seriously.
Yeah, and so we started there, and then we started playing live shows about 6 months later.
Nice.
Yeah,
Oh, man. The live shows. There you go, 2014.
yeah.
Now, talk about you on the personal side. So outside of this whole Broke Royals thing and this music thing, what are you like outside of that? What's life like for you?
Life is good.
You're such a positive person.
Yeah,
I appreciate
right?
you, man. It's
Yeah,
so good.
Just try to be a little ray of sunshine.
How, yeah. All the parents are just so proud right now. Like, yep,
Oh, my
he's our
parents.
little ray of sunshine. Yep, there he is. Oh God, that's funny. All right, and so, well, what do you get into? What else do you do?
So I am an instructor at the Apple Store. I'm a creative pro is my official title.
Creative. What does it mean to be a creative pro?
Yeah, so I get to work with music and photography especially, and I teach instructional workshops, free workshops for people to come in and learn about GarageBand, Logic, and I was gonna say in the last year I've really found a love for photography. So you can often find me wandering the hills of Georgetown taking pictures.
Nice.
Yeah.
So you take pictures and then you know how to modify them and then you
Exactly.
put them into videos and make. I mean, it's kind of awesome that you have this. It's like your creative outlet, but then it's also like a job and all the things
Yeah.
together in one, basically.
Yeah, absolutely. And I mean, everybody is an amateur photographer these days. So there's
So true.
yeah, and it's it's fun to be there and to kind of help people realize that. And if they
Right.
don't think of themselves as such, but their cameras are so good that it's like, well, give it a try. Why
So
not?
you got an Apple camera, an iPhone camera.
Exactly.
You can take pretty darn good pictures.
Yeah.
And a little bit, a filter here and a little editing there and some cropping and holy smokes, it's
Yeah.
beautiful. So
Boom, you got a
that's it.
masterpiece.
God, that's cool. All right. Now, what's the funniest moment that comes to mind from your performing with Broke Royals?
The funniest moment. Oh man, we so we performed at the Jersey Shore Festival.
Stop it.
We did.
Like the TV show Jersey Shore?
No, not
No.
it's-
Okay. So it's actually
same
the place
location.
Jersey Shore. Okay.
Exactly.
All
Yeah.
right. Good. Okay.
Same place. Very mildly different vibe.
Mildly different.
And
You're trying to be so PC right now.
Exactly.
I really appreciate
Exactly.
how politically correct you're being. All right.
And we spent the day on the boardwalk, which I'd never been to before, but it was fun. But as we were performing and getting ready to perform, there was a ramp with these two massive ramps for motocross guys to go off of and do flips and stuff. But the thing is, they weren't like over a net or anything. They were just like on concrete, and then there was like a little net at the end. And basically every 5 minutes or whatever, when they would go around the track and then launch off these things, as we're performing, our hearts are completely stopped. And our guitarist just, I don't blame him, but he could not help himself. He was just cackling. We're all bated breath on stage, don't die.
Are they gonna make it?
Are they gonna make it?
we don't want to make the news in that way.
Exactly. We
Oh
don't
my
want to be in the
God.
background.
That's not good.
Yeah. So
Holy
that was
smokes.
terrifying, but fun.
That's hilarious.
Yeah.
Oh my God. What about biggest success moment for you that's happened with Brooke Royals?
The Billboard premiere was great.
What is Billboard premiere? What do you mean?
Yeah.
If they don't know what that means, what does it mean to have a Billboard premiere?
So yeah, we had this song and then we had this music video and it all came together really well, and so we started pitching it to outlets to hopefully land like a premiere where it would debut. And Billboard magazine, which is obviously legendary and very much a part of the music scene, globally, agreed to premiere it for us, and that was recent for our music video Bad Chemicals, and it felt great. That was pretty cool.
That's amazing.
Yeah.
So you emailed them and they said, "Oh yeah, we'll do it."
Yeah, we work with a company that knows them, and so they hooked us up with Gary Graff, who's a writer over there, and then he did an interview with me, which was cool, and it kind of felt surreal, like pinch yourself while you're doing it, like, hey, this is Billboard.
This is Billboard. Holy smokes.
That was pretty cool. Yeah,
that's good, man.
Yeah.
And now, a favorite question to ask is, if you could offer one piece of advice, what would it be? And take that in whatever context you want.
Sure. I think for me, this is advice for myself as much as anyone else. It's a lot of little things as you're building a music career. It's not one big thing, I find, and persistence and consistency is more than one flash in the pan moment. You can wish for like Taylor Swift or retweet you or whatever the fantasy is, I guess, right? But like that's going to shoot you to the top of the charts. But the reality is, like, if you just keep doing good work, it builds up, right? And it creates this mountain that you can stand on over time. But it's hard to think of that, to see that from the outside and zoom out while you're in it.
Yeah. What are some of the things that have happened that what comes to mind when you're saying this about yourself?
Sure. We were in a competition with Southwest Airlines as one of their bands on the rise that they tapped from the country. And we got to perform on an airplane at 35,000 feet.
Holy smokes.
Holy smokes.
Did they could clear out the seats? How do you do that?
No, this is the best part. It was a surprise to the passengers.
Stop it.
No.
Really?
Yeah, 100%.
With instruments? Or did you just sing?
The captain was like, we have a special announcement. And then the crew was like, announcing live at 35 with Broke Royals. And there's like 300 people on the plane. And they're like, what? What is what? And then we got up and we played an acoustic set. It was amplified, but it was close quarters, like right up in the area where they make the announcements. And luckily we're a close band anyway, so it was okay. But we were like snuggled up there.
All 4 of you were up there?
All 4 of us.
Oh my God, that's wild.
And there's video footage of that, so you can see that.
Smokes.
Yeah.
That's wow. So if they went live at 35 Broke Royals, if they Google that,
yep, live at 35 Broke Royals, Southwest Airlines. That was a lot of fun, and that felt like it's like, how could it ever get any better than that? And it's like you eventually the plane lands and plane lands.
Plan lands. Yep,
plan
absolutely.
lands. Yeah,
this is good.
And life moves on, but it's like a lot of things like that. And then somebody will come up to you and be like, "Hey man, I saw you play on a plane," and you're like, "That's crazy."
I did that. Yes,
I did do that.
You saw it, and you remember me. Holy smokes!
Right, exactly.
That's cool.
Yeah,
man, awesome.
Yeah,
very good. And it is. We were talking about it. I think last week before. We were talking about it's not these days. It's not about getting discovered in like this one magical moment. It's a whole lot of little moments. So
totally
right on with what you're talking about.
Yeah,
very good. Now, if they want to find out more about Broke Royals and all this cool stuff you have going on and new releases and stay in the loop with you guys, where do they go?
All the socials. We're at Broke Royals on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, and then BrokeRoyals.com is our website. So it's all well curated, yeah.
Absolutely. Holy smokes. And December 28th and 29th
at Jam and Java.
Jam and Java in Vienna, Virginia.
Yeah, it's going to be a party.
It really, I mean, you got 2 nights, man.
I know.
I'm really intrigued about how you're going to pull off 2 nights in a row, because sometimes it's hard, getting people out. That's one thing, and then getting people you got 2 nights now, so it's kind of a cool thing. I can't wait to see how it goes. Man.
We're just gonna buy a lot of champagne, right? Have them sleep over the first night, right? Exactly, and then exactly.
Oh God, it's so good.
I'm sure the venue will love that.
No, yeah, I'm sure, absolutely.
Right.
Well, now, one of the things when you're a guest on the show, you got to bring great music with you.
Yeah.
And Phil definitely did. So when we were setting up the episode, he's like, "Hey, these are the songs I want to play. So what do you let's play those now. What do you have for us first? What's today?"
Well, one of the bands that's going to be with us at the Jam and Java shows is Luke James Schaefer, and the song is "We're All a Little Crazy."
And there it is.
Sweet.
So thank you guys for checking out the video. If you haven't already, subscribe to DC Music Rocks. We're at DC Music Rocks on all the socials, or of course, the podcast is where the magic happens. So hope you check that out. But of course, check out Broke Royals, at Broke Royals on all the socials. And thank you so much for tuning in. And Philip, man, thanks for being here, dude.
Thank
It's
you
really
for having me.
Absolutely.
What a treat.
All right. Thanks, guys.